Hi, it's Eddie from Willy Tropicals. Just coming to you today with a really quick video on how we're going to get free banana plants at this time of year. You know what you might be thinking, we're going to be wrapping them, cutting them back within the next couple of weeks, or maybe if we're lucky we get a month. So what's the point in doing that? I'm going to run over that with you. I'm also going to run over some really top tips of how I went from about 30-40% success rate with separating banana pups to almost 100%, if not 100%. So I'm going to show you that right towards the end of the things that I've learned over the years of growing the banana plants and also taking loads of divisions. I've been able to successfully move these all around the garden, so I've got quite a few. I've sold loads over the years as well. So without further ado, I'm going to get on with it, and all we're going to need today basically is a shovel, like a pot to put the banana pup in, and a little bit of compost. That's all. So it's relatively quick and easy. So without further waffle, let's get at it. So if I move the camera down there, you can see the whole point of it. So this one here is about 3 foot tall, next to the massive one that I'm going to be protecting, as well as right at the very bottom. If I move the camera down, you can see down there, there's another little pup there. There's another little pup at the back. With the banana method that the overwintering method that I use for the bananas, it's not worth me trying to wrap that in fleece and all the rest of it. So those two down there, we can either split them right now, or we can just let them die back to the ground. So what I'm going to be doing is, this one is ready to move. The other two, unfortunately, they're just going to have to die back, because I don't think they'll take transplant very well. You can try them though, if they're going to die back anyway. There's no risk, right? We move the camera in. So what we're looking at is down here, we're just going to clear the area. So by that I just mean anything in there, like my lights, move those out. Any cables that you've got, move those out of the way. And then also things like the bark. 8:30 in the morning, out here with a shovel. So all we're looking at is down there. You can see now that some of the roots are exposed, and I'll take you for a little look before we carry on. So as you can see now, we've cleared the area, but there are some roots, as you can see there, the white bit of the root exposed. And you can see that it's some distance away from the main stem there. So it's not worth me trying to cage that. And like I say, the method I do is much easier. Decent sized mother plant there. But right, let's get on with it. So all we're trying to do, as I said, cleared around it, and we're going to want to get as much root as possible. So I'm just going to put the shovel in there. Just give it a bit of a shake, and we're just trying to go around in a square or a kind of circle. Again, on the other side, same thing again. Give that a rock, and then we'll see if that will move. If not, put one final one in the back. There we go, that should be. Probably most effort's going to be on this side. That's where it is separating from the mother plant. And there we go, once we've got that. Really happy with this one. The root ball's actually quite nice for a little pup, as you can see there. Nice and roots in there. So it's got a really good, dense section of soil there that's all being held together. So I imagine the root system in that's quite nice with the fine ones. Really nice looking pup there, but actually bigger than what I thought, to be honest, when I took it out. So then basically all we need now is just to check what size pot, and I don't want loads in there, but I think, yeah, that one is perfect. So if I bring you in, a little bit of room in there where I'm going to put the extra compost in. I'm going to firm that in, and then once I've got that done, I'm going to give you the top tip. Right then, on to the tip. Just before we get on that, it looks like one day about 180 of me trying to get sponsored by Adidas. So you might be thinking, what's he got those scissors in his hand? And basically, because we've cut that off, we've separated that now, we've yanked that away from the mother plant, we've ripped all of its roots up, caused a lot of shock and disturbance to that plant. What it doesn't need to do is start supporting additional growth by having to try and support all of these leaves. But it does have the fundamental thing of stopping water leaving the leaves on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these back now to simply just one leaf, 2 leaves in a roller. That will then leave that plant in a lot better position, regardless of how wet the compost is. Make sure you water that down. As you can see there, I've left enough room in the compost that the water won't just run straight over the top. So never do it right to the rim. It will, once you've watered it, sink down anyway. But without further waffle, let's give it a bit of a cut back. This is a painful thing to do, so you have to have a set of cojones on you to actually get this done, because it's not an easy thing, especially when it looks fantastic like this, to be hacking back at really lush, healthy growth. But it's in the interest of the plant. It will get off quickly anyway. And like I say, it's going to be in the greenhouse. It's heated to 5 degrees, but it will still stop growing at a certain point anyway, and these might brown off. As long as we keep the main stem, I'm not really bothered about the rest of it. These things grow like you wouldn't believe anyway. But I promise you, this tip will definitely work. It will definitely help the plant recover quicker and then having to support all those leaves. What we want to do now is make sure that it gets properly watered in. If the soil level drops in there, just refill it up with compost. Once you start seeing new growth, so once this one rolls out and you see the next roller, then we know we're absolutely cooking on gas. And at that point you can put it in a bit more sun, kind of acclimatise it back out. But like I say, if it's been through a bit of stress, give it an easy ride. I'm sure there's people out there that have gone, hang on, I've banged it in full sun and it's survived. It might do, but I try and give my plants as easy a life as possible. So I'm going to put it in the semi-shade and just see if we can get the best results, like I said earlier. And that's the final article. I'm going to leave this one on it, which is a little bit brown and damaged, which I will do a bit of an overlay on anyway. And the main roller was already browned off. It's probably through the lack of water from this year. I'm going to tidy off any of this dead growth at the bottom, more for aesthetics. But also the last thing I want is when it's in the greenhouse for any of this stuff to start rotting back. So there you have it. It went from a really lush looking, beautiful little separation that we've done, a nice little division, to looking a bit more dishevelled. The reason I've done this is this plant will come out swinging next year when all the other ones have been cut back to the ground. This one will be in warmer soil in my greenhouse. I have a nice extra couple of rollers, so when I put it on the patio or something like that, it'll give me a nice jungle vibe while the rest of the garden's trying to wake up. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. I'm going to come to you with loads of other bits, so please subscribe to the channel. At the time of recording, I'm 1 off 700, which feels like a massive achievement to me. So if you want to be number 700, get at it. If someone beats you before it, try to be number 800. Just really go for it if you can really help support my channel. It's wicked seeing the numbers flying up. So yeah, like I said, I've got loads of other videos coming as well, so subscribe for those. I'm going to be splitting up as much of the garden as I can, so next year when I come out the garden look even fuller. But I really appreciate every single one of you that's watched the video. Thank you very much. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the pro tip. Kept it right at the end just to try and see if I can